about a Bigfoot. If you've ever liked one of my videos, you're gonna love this one. I think this is one of my best videos I've ever done. It's doesn't leave much to question. You can follow their language. Notice on each timestamp as I show this to you, once the video begins, how every single one has a trident touching them. Thank you for being here. I can't thank you enough, and please enjoy it. You guys, you won't be disappointed.
You should have heard it. It was like 10 feet out of my window while I was driving. All I never was saying spot. I did it again. It happened. There's a trident right there. Remember that X is in the woods. See, I think this whole area is just an open world. Right where the trail cam was. Look at that. They do everything outside of your understanding. So as soon as you go to process a thought, you're going to end up writing it off because it doesn't fit into your logic. I'm so beyond that, so many years beyond that. But that's 99% of the world still. Even though I don't really have any more. It's usually just, the only negative thing I'll hear now is like I talk too much, or I have ADHD. Not only do I have ADD, I have ADHD, which means hyperactivity. Not only that, but they don't understand where I'm standing and what I'm doing and the influence that I'm under. That was the loudest whistle ever recorded in the history of the world. And it's right in the middle of Bigfoot universe. 15 miles from any human being. Just doing it for the fun. Never seen a bird whistle in my life. I've in 5 years I've gotten 1,000 whistles and I've never seen one. I've had them land on my shoulder, but I've never had one whistle. Ever. I'm not saying they don't do it too, but they're being used. They're giving me, they know I'm not coming back this year. They're giving me one last hoorah. It happens every year. This is the closest they can come. Remember, it's the unseen world using what we think is our birds, but they're really their birds. You have to remember, they have roles to play in many, many beings that we're familiar with. It's just that you never knew that they had a huge deal with the forest people. So guys, this is where all the whistles were happening, okay? I'm up the road 100 yards. So all you have to do, if you're one of these psychopaths, is just go out and film. You can believe me, or you can go out and try to film whistles. And I want you to show me that as you do it. There's a $20 million reward if you can do it. Because guess what? You can't.
Okay, welcome. I came back later and I threw the whistle clip in the beginning. So this is an unbelievable situation for me. You'll notice the X if you look carefully on his chest. When I show you what's in front of him in perfect clarity, then you can kind of understand how it's being done. The bigger ones are always got these X's. These little ones are more bold. They know that we can't see them when they're in there. It's an amazing thing. They're all right here. And then the best part was that they left me this staff, or I showed up at a time where it appeared like they left it for me, and I got this thing. It was just amazing. So enjoy this. I'll try not to voice over too much. This is technically the beginning of the video, but you guys, it's really clear. It's like shots like this. Yeah, it's a little blurry because it's focused on my face, but good enough where you will know for sure. There's nothing that can make a round This, you guys, they were
Man,
with
this is
us.
what
Not only
happens.
that, but I knew. So
this was
while
in
I'm
here.
filming all this, I know they're there.
Keeping that. Look at that.
And then this vortex disappears
Yes.
out of my car 2 days later, out of
What
a
in
locked
the
vehicle.
hell? Are you kidding me?
Look at this. I find this thing.
Look at that. It's a
I
beautiful
want to show you the
walking
timestamp,
stick.
so I'm not putting the audio on.
Just
And then I want to
sitting
show you what's just a couple little
They
spots
cleaned it
above
up.
it.
He's
So I edited an hour down to like 5 minutes. And that way no one will recognize it. Look at this guy. You guys, this is one of the others. I know them firsthand, okay? That's why he's right there. Look at I call them chloroforms, because they can literally become the bush, like basically, as far as we're concerned. But you'll see him, he's right there. The other thing I want you to notice is the trident that touches his ear. You see that at the side of his head? The other that's on the ground, the real clear white one, has the same thing. They all have one of these connected, what we would think would be a stick, which I think it is. Look at this guy. They all have some sort of a trident connected to them. If you look at the white one again, right there,
yeah,
you'll
he
see
said
he has
they all- they said
the same
all the
exact
guys
stick
know
touching
about
him. Okay, this is the language I teach and how you don't have to question a picture ever again for the rest of your life. If there's a trident touching it, it's real. Make no mistakes. Then this is the same spot. I'm walking. I'm just right past it, and there's these rocks that have clearly been put there. And one is, I mean, it's amazing how they pick out the unique ones, right? It's like it looks like a head. You know, it's the closest they can come. They're all positioned there to, you know, this is a marked spot. This is my neighbor's, and it is magical. See, look at this thing. Look at the little ridges on the top. That's an alien. It's a representation. It's a marker, if not much more than that. But from what I have seen over and over and over 1,000 times, every time I go somewhere, that's there. So it's whether it's just in some application. This was amazing too. Let's go to audio.
structures off to my left and right, but there really wasn't much coming up. And then I saw this at a distance. Look how it surrounds the dead pine tree. It's interesting that one just happens to be dead. Don't be tricked by their noises, guys. Don't say, oh, that was a... Because then you're fooled. That might have been a squirrel, but leave it open that it might not have been as well. Look at this. Remember, their job, as far as humans go, is to fool you. Okay? Because they know you don't have the brain power to understand them.
Ignore those comments. It's too valuable to leave some of these moments up to worry about what I'm saying is going to offend someone.
It definitely doesn't zoom nearly as good as the other one. Except on their structure. And I haven't really... I might have noticed that in the past, but noticing it now, twice the two best structures I've seen, both are around a dead tree that seem to have been doing just fine. Same thing in Bigfoot Universe. That incredible structure I found, same thing. Look at that, it's completely off the ground. Look, it's off the ground right there.
So guys, these are the little ones. They all stayed here on this structure. It's incredible. They had a long time.
Look at
they
that.
knew I was coming. They all stayed.
The aspen's doing okay.
Whatever
The pine tree's
they
dead.
Stayed with. So they
Coincidence
I'd probably
or
get them on the camera.
is it what
This
they're
is
doing?
amazing. Now, let me show you what happens to the others. I'll be within a foot of them. What they look like. You'll see it in a second. What they look like when you're that close. They become. I do it all. You guys, it's really become an amazing thing for me. Every year, I just jump ahead leaps and bounds. They unlock this slowly. I think that the amount of information that is needed for this is incredible, and that's why it's just being given to us slowly. You guys, we are unlocking the most fascinating amazement on this earth. There is nothing that's more important than doing what we're doing and making the connection between us and them. It's up to us, nobody else. You have free will, and you've been given that for some amazing reason. It's time to use it.
Something's been all through here. Big footprints in my shadow that you couldn't see. What's up, buddy? Look at this structure. Yay. Because, I mean,
Can't be sure, but up there, based on what's happened so far, I think this is one of them. I'm almost sure, or two of them, or three of them up there. That's one of the big guys. I'm pretty sure it could be a tree, and it could.
I feel like, wow. I mean, I'll put the video. I'm gonna put this video up no matter what because it's above where this guy was.
At this level, we're seeing the others like
it's all packed down. There's no growth here whatsoever. So
right there, you can even see one of them looking out. It's probably many beings, and they become these piles. And when they come out of the pile, I'll show you what they look like. They can actually come out. That you can step on them, and then when you're not looking, they'll come out of the ground. I'll show you.
One is standing right here. Let's touch this. Zzz. I wish. Something. That tree is. There's no way that tree died. Since it's not a pine. Is it? Yeah, it's a pine tree. No, it's 3 aspens. Hold on a second, guys. How is that possible? I can't really see because look at the X. So blatant X right there. All right, and then where's the pine? Oh, you guys. It looks like an aspen, but it's a pine? What the hell is going on?
I can't narrate. My RV furnace won't turn. It's just too loud. It's broken, and I have it on the last leg. I got to get it. I'm trying to drum up some money, you guys, to replace my furnace. But I've been getting help, and I just need. It's going to cost me some labor and stuff. So anyway, look at these animals that are right here at the spot. I want you to see this deer and this cow. It's amazing to me. There's something. These animals that are right here are here with them. This is just something it has to be, because there's nothing else. It's them and these cows that couldn't be this far away. Wait till you see the cow on the X's. Something's going on there. That's all I know. It's something going on.
You're going to be beautiful. 4-pointer, 6-pointer. When they're done. Why is he looking away from me? Oh, no, he's got a nice rack. 6-point? I can't tell. Look where he is. He is where a hunter will never, ever, in a million years, find him. No one could hunt here. It's impossible. It's impossible. Remember, you got to carry that thing down, too. He's got at least 4. I think it's a 6. It's still growing. He's going to have a nice rack. Come on, shapeshift right now. If you turn into a Bigfoot, I'll give you $1 million. Beautiful deer. And hey, sweetie, how are you? Look at 803. She's a big girl. She's laying on a symmetrical X. Hey, sweetie, how are you? You good girl? You good girl? See, 803 couldn't be duplicated in my opinion. These are real cows. How are you? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Who's a good girl? Yes, that's it. That's their X. Okay? Trust me on that. I promise you. It's their X. It goes into a trident. Look. The X in there goes into a trident. I'm getting somewhere really special here. Look at this spot. I don't know if it's old. It looks like it might be old. I can't see where they're using it at all. When I saw those two sit up, I mean, you guys, the last thing I'm expecting up here is 2 cows. I mean, was when I first saw them. And they were laying there. I swear to God, it was 2 black bears. Like, that's what, I mean, it was only about a second or 2. I'm swearing to God.
bit nervous about in there, to be honest with you, alone, because it's just, look at this. Just look at the star structure. I've seen tree branches move today. Oh my God, I was just standing right here and they moved right there. I didn't hear anything except the branch just goes. Not the first time. So I'm inside one of these little hangouts. Sorry to interrupt, I just get a kick. I'm like, not the first time, as if I had done this. It was actually the second time. So I'm talking about a branch that actually, look at this X. Look at that X. I'm so in love with this particular X, I can't explain it. It gets translated into my brain as, look, don't forget this spot, ever. This is Little Bigfoot Universe. I haven't been there in 3 years. I forgot my whole point to this, but oh my God. There's no stump. This is something I have not come back to since. You'll see there's other ones out real close to me to the right, the bottom right there. Look at the bottom right of the screen. There's another one just right there. Now, this is something I'm extremely familiar with. So, I sometimes forget when I present this that people are going to be like, are you trying to tell me that that's real? It's like, dude, I'm 10 years into this. It's so real, it makes you stupid. That's the problem. I live this life. Where did you go? I'm talking to one person that doesn't exist. Where did you go wrong? Who wrongs you that you don't believe and trust other human beings? Is it from one video? Because most human beings are very trustworthy. You've been tarnished by the few that are not. The bulk of us, whether you're religious or not, are still defaultly good. I mean, it's just, we have it. You want to help. You want to, do something to nice for somebody. It makes you feel good. This is being a human. And I don't understand the lack of trust. I'm not showing you anything with an opinion. Everything I present is factual. I stand right before these guys for my job. I'm the only one in the world that has this job. And I have done amazing things and discovered their system and shown you things that were never possible because it's all being done through them. This is an amazing capture. Look closely down by his crotch area. You'll see another one. He's real faded out, but he's down below, and there's a baby on his shoulder. This is an outstanding place that I'll be at soon, actually. I'm going to go back and really cover this place because now I've been doing it for 4 years there without filming, and now I'll really be able to get a grasp on this. So I'm looking forward to maybe getting here before Christmas. It's just too amazingly good. I had zoomed on these guys, and their opening was open. You can see it in the last video, not this one. And then this is me turning around. I just wanted to remind you of this white face is above this dude. Whether I'm good at it presenting it to you is up for discussion, but like as far as what I'm doing, I'm really good at this. And it's simple, just repetition. You get to know their spots. You know their language. You know their system. You know their focal points. You know what they like about the rocks. I can tell you anywhere instantly where they are. Like it's just, and so could you. It just becomes this thing. It's all I do. So regular people can't understand that. He doesn't understand the knowledge behind every zoom, behind everything I say. He has no idea, not a clue.
So he just thinks it's like every other Bigfoot guy he's watching that he's ever seen. That's what it's just frustrating. I think my biggest frustration in the world is just stupid people. It's really, really difficult, and then, like I say, the people don't know they're stupid. In fact, they think, on the contrary, they believe themselves very smart, and that's the problem with this world. We all know that's not true. Believe me. Look at that.
The rock guys are fascinating to me. Keep in mind, there's many, many, many different situations. If you've had your own and it doesn't really jive with what I show you, that's okay. Remember, I mean, you guys, I don't have a number, but it's extreme. Okay, there's as many of them, if not more, than us. There's a million and one different situations. There's no way to pinpoint exactly what's happening. I can promise you, it's because there's many things happening. That's the answer.
What the hell, you guys? Seriously, let's get closer to that. We can get a little closer. What is going on there? How is there a white triangle face that looked like it has a mouth open? That's as close as I can get. Because I'll lose it if I go once I go below it, I won't be able to see it. Like, you got to be kidding me. Look. That's a marker. I don't think it's them. It might be, even though I just saw a white
This is what the other side of it looks like. Last video, just so you have an idea.
one right there. I literally saw him right there. I turned around thinking I would not see anything. He might be already set up. What's that? He went in and came back and set up. He wasn't set up. Remember, a lot of times I don't have to be in places like this. There's no one here, for 2 weeks, not one, for months, maybe forever, for years, human eyes won't even look there. I see it, you guys. Look at his mouth. It's not an accident. I've shown this over and over. This is the home of these beings. They live inside the ground. They have giant piles, ancient piles of dirt out in front. I'll show you guys. I'll show you piles that are hundreds of millions of tons that they gutted from the earth. That's a crazy. I don't want to leave here right yet. Right there. It's not possible. It's physically not possible. For that rock to be holding that up like that. Looks like he bought that rock at Home Depot to hold that type of rock up. If that's a spot, and it looks like it is. Could be for them. I don't know. There could be something to the trees and woods we're not aware of. For the rest of their lives. Forgive the microphone. I don't have my headset plugged in. You guys, I want you to look at this. Take a second if you have to. I'm going to brighten it up. You'll see it's 3, and they're 3 badasses. Watch this. It's all legit. I've seen this so many times. Just trust me on this, guy. Now watch. Pause that if you have to, and find the 3. It's like the book you have on your coffee table. Like when you finally see it, you'll be like, oh my God. You can see incredible detail. And that's how you're fooled. That's how I'm fooled. I'm literally like zapped out of my brain right now at this moment.
I don't know this for sure, but one thing I'm really starting to believe is there's light bending involved. You know, we as humans think we see everything. We see hardly anything. I mean, if you really look it up, we see very few colors even. So whether it's their tech, their knowledge of the earth, however they do it, I do believe there is bending of light.
Yeah, the double decker. That's the one that honked at me. That's pretty cool, man. They got really good food. Like, someone's in there just chilling right now. The guy's like, Mark, I've been on here for 3 days. That's not as fun as you think. And they're really expensive. It's like people are like, oh, I'll just take a train. It's like, it costs more than to fly. It's like a crazy amount of time. And you stop and you're just in there the whole time. Remember, that noise never stops.
It's hard to put into words. Watch this.
This is incredible to me. If you're really good at timestamps, look at the white one behind the bush above him. You have to back up a bit. It's amazing.
Something I see over and over that's not a photography accident is something floating in front of them.
Here. Seriously, right here. Look at that.
When they're on the rocks, they're always grounded. That's what those rocks are, energy.
Keep in mind, if you're new, I'm showing a kingdom, okay? It takes me an hour and a half to get to, that I've known for. I've been here 15 times. I've only shown you once, twice. That's not true. I did a video last year by the river, remember? See, what we want to do is we look for spots like the circle. Look at what we want. Anything that creates a circle is what we want. Now remember, there's no by accident now. Most likely. It's, they're fully aware. And it's not only just aware that some guy's down there, they know it's Mark. That's the other thing that's hard. They've told me. I can't say it without sounding, because like I know, look, there's a human side to me too, and I know when I know when it's hard to believe. You guys, he's not there. Oh my God, I have like tears in my eyes right now. It's not there. And then look at the other one standing up. Remember I tell you the markers? That's their marker. They're right next to the marker.
So this isn't making much sense. What I'm talking about is this black mass that has faces on it and stuff. There's a whole video on it. And I come back. So this is like a week later or so, and it's just clearly not there anymore. It was real.
Okay, it's like it's trying to teach a nursery school class that people don't understand. It's really frustrating. It's so simple. You simple-minded people really, really, really need. I tell you what you do. This is what you do right now. Pause the video as fast as you can. Okay, so whatever room you're in, go to one side of the room as fast as you can. I want you to run into the opposing wall as fast as you can. No, don't put your hands out or nothing. Just run right into the wall and then watch the video again and see if you understand. If not, repeat. Keep repeating. Don't stop until you understand. Look right out of those. I've seen them in there. Let's keep that on there for a second. It's the one place you can get movement while you're there. You can do movement. There's tricks. There's ways to. You got to lose them to get movement. As long as they know where you are, you'll never see it. When you have, it's typically an accident. Look at that skull. Make no mistake. I've never shown a video without it. None of this is a mistake. It's all done for a reason. I think get a noise. A noise would be really great. They don't really do that. I have to assume these guys are like the petroglyphs. What the hell is that? The petroglyphs, they're not noisemakers. The ones on the rocks don't make noise. What is that? I mean, they do, but not to you. This is something. These guys are different than the forest. There might be the same ones, like different, the same species or same type of beings, here and there mixed up, but it's overall different, and there's a whole different way about things as well. And these guys don't seem as concerned with you going up there as the ones in the forest do. A forest is a much more welcoming place. Like in common sense, to me, that's how I think about it. It's just a much more pretty, welcoming, serene type of setting where, you know, it almost seems to fit with how they act versus here where it's a little more aggressive, it's rough terrain, it's all energy. Most of what's happening, I think 99.9% of what you're seeing happens inside. Let's do it again. First truck of the day. One I was behind and one just went by. The first one all day. Both Dodges. Carlos, you got some great timestamps. Everyone did. Chris Kramer did a great job here. You know what I like about Chris? Chris is going back if I'm slow putting the videos out because I'm doing other stuff. Remember, there's members videos. Look at that thing built. That is a freaking totem pole of rocks. Look at that, you guys. Remember, I filmed them there last week. This is all theirs. Right there. I have a completely different angle. It's a different view. So you might not recognize it because I walked up and over. Remember their sign? Where's their sign? Oh, I drove down. Oh, that's why. Because I was over there going that way. Okay. Wow. So let's go by their spot slowly and see if you can see them. I doubt it, but just in case. We're connected to some kind of energy or something. I don't want to make up the words any more than I have already. That looks like it goes right into the ground. I'm not kidding. It looks like a secret entrance right there. This is a very, very tough ground. I can't imagine anything could go down in it. This is what I just saw. Where is it? So blatant. Well, besides their triangle. Okay, so what did I tell you guys? Circle, square, triangle. All the shapes. They cut that out of there on purpose. Okay? It's all geometry. Didn't I just see some crazy rock? Where is that? Right there. I can't find it in the camera, but I can see it with my eyes. Right there. It's not an accident. You don't believe me? Go try yourself and you'll see the same thing. Look at the teepee behind it. There's a giant teepee structure, right? Make no mistake, that rock has been propped up and it's a special rock. Looks like it has a face on the left of the rock. How'd that rock out like that in the middle of Squatch land? They did it. Yeah, maybe I'm smart enough to take a second look at life. Remember that picture I show you? You must first empty the glass. You have to empty everything you think you know, which is what? Nothing. You know nothing. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Okay? This is such a spot right there. So he does have one. Because he's not by himself. There's a whole kingdom going on right there. By the way, I'm on a private road. That's why I turned around. It's a driveway. This is a driveway. Let me see if I can show you the house. Oh, when I turned around, I could have showed it to you. So, but I got to where I could see the house. Like from a mile away, I turned around. I went up there on the bike once, and I was like, I got to take a look up there because that's why I know. That's how you get to see them. That's how you get to film the best stuff, is to go to people's private properties. I'm telling you, the private property in places like this is the best. What happened here? Oh, they logged it. There should be all kinds of structures in there. I wasn't planning on doing that. I want to have a video of this. I don't care. I like doing it. People love it. My timestamp people, they love this. They don't need to hear me, but they love to see. Because they'll be right there. Remember, when that's all you do, you get real good at it. You teach yourself. They don't need me. I mean, they do, but not really. Like, as far as their knowledge goes, they teach themselves. Ooh, you could drink that water. Oh yeah, that's so naturally filtered. That looks like Squatch land to me right there. I'm all about the forest, guys. I really am. Remember, I'm doing this video in lieu of, it's all snow. Where I go, it's hard to tell by looking at this. But where I go in the forests, here's some right there. That's actually, you can't see it. Way out there is all snow. I don't want it to look like I'm filming the hippies. Look, skull on the... And I saw something white up there. Like here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that private property is so squatchy. So there's a property. So there's more than one house on this private road. See, no trespassing. But it's not used. Like, I mean, the guy probably shows up like a couple times a year. It's completely shut down. Why can't I have a place out? I think that was from the beginning of this season, so some of you may remember. I just wanted to take some of the clips out because most people are missing it, including myself, a lot of things. But I just wanted to show you, like, how do these places exist with the pickup trucks and the tractors here? How does this guy with all the trucks? How does everyone have this guy? We all have it. Pennsylvania, Ohio, wherever you live, we all got this guy with the 16 pickup trucks, the 45 lawnmowers, 16 vans. You can barely figure out where they live. We all have these people. Where do they come from and how do you become like that? And if I lived out here, I'd have the sickest, I'd make that place so perfect. There'd be no vans, there'd be no piece of shit trailers, nothing. No phone booths. I kind of like the phone booth. That's wild, the phone booth. Love it. These people, you better believe they're the type of people that know. There's a couple of people out here like that watch me. I gotta see, maybe that'd be cool if it was one of them. Only in Bond can you have your own motocross in your backyard and then have a tributary to the river. That's not even the river, that just comes in. It's their own like pond. And it's all like motorcycle dudes. Like, it's like hippies. It's like stuff you see in the movies. Like, if I was a movie like maker, I might stop there right now. I don't know why. Just be like, I just want to stop here and make a movie about you guys. I haven't even seen them, and I know it'll be a good movie. Look at that place. They have their own river that comes backwards for some reason. And then they just motocross, and they have their own, like, compound. It's crazy. All at the foot of a giant Bigfoot world. We all have their babies. He's like, what the hell is that thing? Oh, I'm not the first, he's been tagged. So here I am with this guy's property. Look, this guy, you can't even get, he owns all of this. Look, this is all his property. Everything you can see. It's like 1,000 acres. Look at that. Maybe more, 2,000 acres. And you still can't even get to the house. It's way up there. Look at all his cows. And this guy, and there's the deer. They caught up to me. They're trotting. This guy knows all about Bigfoot. Here's a guy that owns 2,000 acres. And will tell you that people are the stupidest. This guy tells you he look, me and him are just playing. He's running. He's running. Watch. Come on. And all the other cows are watching me to see. Like, are you hurting our cow? Like, rrr. You are one cool dude. He can tell he's a special. He's gonna be like a Yeti. He broke away from all the other cows, came over to me. Wanted to see what was going on. You know what? I scared him. I closed the door. I got him right here. And then I closed my door and it made so much noise, he got spooked. So some of this footage you've never seen, some maybe you have, but you won't recognize because I'm seeing new things that I've never seen before. You have got to see this face. It's unreal. Watch this.
Right where you're seeing. That's how they do it. It's not supposed to be easy for you.
What's that?
Okay, see, I don't know it at the time, but I'm under their influence. You'll hear me say they're right next to me. You can even hear it if you listen. And then I forget that as well. And then I forget that I just zoomed on them. This is how this works. You're not supposed to understand this. Not supposed to make sense to you right away. You always hear the question, why is it blurry? Why are pictures of Bigfoot always blurry? It's like, the question really should be, why are We're zooming across a canyon into their magic. Okay, I know these guys. I'm not suggesting this is him. I'm telling you this is them. I've known them for 5 years. If you want to learn the subject, watch. If you're going to fight it, why bother? It's amazing.
Years ago. I don't care what I sound like. I don't do this subject for me. I do have to take myself out. There's times where it's just I have to. But I just want to make it clear. This was not necessary, but I just wanted to make it clear that none of this is about me. Okay. I mean, in a sense, because I do it, like I have no life, and this is all I have, basically. That, like, as far as like what I can do, and this is like it's all I want to do. I know I'm supposed to be showing you this. Okay, I'm not. I think I do make mistakes on what I'm supposed to show, because I've told you before the catches, like it's bizarre. Like you would think. So, like you'd make a decision like, oh, they wouldn't mind at all if I tell you about this, and then that's what they do mind, and then like when they gave me the healing rocks, they didn't want me to tell anybody. And I was like, well, like certain things they don't want you, it's like private. I don't understand it all. But just remember, don't try to. Like, if it comes, great. If not, don't force it. Just relax a little bit. Everything will come. I promise you. Trust. Look, don't just start trusting me. Start laying more faith in humanity. It has to be done so it can happen. Just start to trust again. Not everyone's lying. Most people aren't lying, you guys.
Hey, I'm here with you guys. I'm just going to watch this with my mic open. It's the only repeat clip, because I'm zapped out of my mind. I didn't remember any of this until I watched the video.
Okay, this is so amazing, because I've been able to see a giant dogman. It's all on video, a different video. But what's amazing about this is it's directly at the end of my road. So when I go into some of my main spots past my house, this is where I come to. You cannot see this. There's no way to see this until you get up into the forest. But I know exactly where it is, and I just stare there, knowing from a long ways away that that's right there. And these are my neighbors. Like, I'm right here. This is one of the reasons I don't leave here. I can't leave. I want to go and do videos so badly in other states. That's why I wish there was a little more funding, because it makes the people so happy that have the situation. If I could go there and introduce you to some of these people and do a video from, not a monotony one, like a real quick, just unbelievable situation videos from certain people's houses, sometimes anonymous, we won't tell you, but it would be amazing if there was just funds to do that. I don't even want to be paid. I'll do it for free. I just need help to get there. I'm not looking Tom yelled at me. He's like, Mark, this is your job and you don't want to be paid. I'm like, I do want to be paid. I just don't want you to think that's why I'm doing it. So, my point being that this is so special. It's not that it's okay to make money. If you work hard at something, get paid for it. But I just want, now, even if the whole world was on board with me, you're like, I'm the most famous. Oh my God, he did it. Not one person disagreed. I would still want to make the point as a billionaire now that this is not why I did it. Like, that's why I would give all that money. Oh my God, would I give that money to you guys? I would give it. That's what I would do, because that would make me happy. That is the most happiness I could ever buy, is to make other people happy, to give. That's why you see these guys doing these videos. It's not always for clickbait. There's people that are genuinely, he might make $1 million doing it, but he genuinely is helping this homeless person or giving this person a car or a house. And I just think it's an amazing thing to be able to do something like that, to be able to change someone's life. Is this hypothetical? Yeah, because it's like, hey, if I win the lottery, but you never know, because we are in something amazing and something could happen. And if there's ever any money in this, I'm sharing it all.
Why didn't I stay on the best structure of the day? I just leave. They're right on the other side of that little hut. It's an X that is met at the center of the X by a hut with a tree that goes out of the hut and meets the X.
Guys, I got to sleep good tonight.
This is the spot.
A Trident. Look at the Trident.
Zapped.
It's a Trident, and then look at that.
And then I give you the
Guys,
rest of
this
the
is
descent
cool.
and the gifts.
It's not quite what I'm looking for yet, what I want to show you guys this year. Hundreds of times, but it's different. They stay attached to stuff and sit there, and at nighttime, if you could see like this, This would be right there. So I can't help but to do that stuff, like to taunt you like a little bit. Just part of what I do. I got to bust on you. I'm busting on a couple thousand people right now. You're all, as far as I'm concerned, you're all here with me right now. I couldn't, if it wasn't for that, why would I do this? I've already accomplished, like what I mean, I need to know more, but so much that on a personal level that I'm cool. Like I don't need, I would be leaving mysteries behind, you know, like who are they and all that stuff, which I think is the most important things are yet to come. I hope, look at that. These are all markers. I think this is part of a giant world that's like 10 miles long, you know? And when you get to where 10 miles is from here, it's out of...
Remember, the only reason you really ever have to hear me talking is because I'm getting to something. Like I'm about to show you one of them, usually. That's why you have... Otherwise, you don't really have to... Although I think things do come through me from them. So that's a fact, actually.
Filmed. And it's technically connected to this. Technically. Like, look at this hill. Oh, I'm on one of their Sasquatch highways. Lori, you think you're ready? I mean, Lori's probably not.
So these are the guys I left a teddy bear that Cindy gave me as a gift. It was there for like a long time. I check on it. They move it. It would be moved. It had all kinds of burrs on it too when I came back. Like they had taken it with them or one of the kids, but then it would be put back and they didn't take it. I'm not quite sure I understand. Like they're not going to take a teddy bear, but maybe like a rock, say. But I think when they take the rock, they don't actually take them. I think they take them and it's probably just somewhere else. You know, like you put it down later. It seems like they will show you that they're acknowledging it, but they don't really need it or something. I don't know. They can't take it or I don't know.
And it's such a fun place. And look at the video. Because I'm telling you, that dude's ears weren't sticking out like that, and he was completely underneath that tree. He was in there. Oh, you know what it was? I think his ears were like this. He definitely has been moved. I put his ears because I didn't want it to ruin it, because it's an Easter Bunny Bigfoot. And I just didn't want the ears to be affected, so look at this. No sticker. It's very breezy in here, though. I'm trying to take a quick look. I know I wedged the sticker where...
I got to find that for a future video. I can't pull it now. I have no idea where it is. You guys, this might sound crazy. Stickers. They love... I mean, you guys, when I was in Bigfoot Universe, I put a sticker in a special break they had made. I wedged it in. A hurricane force wind couldn't have taken it. 15 minutes later, it was vanished. It was gone. They took it. Here, I left a sticker. It's gone. For some reason, they take the stickers. If you don't believe me, the people that go out there, leave them what you think is an awesome sticker. Try it.
As far as my memory goes, I swear that those ears, that it looked just like this in the video. You might even see a little purple. I think you're even seeing more. You'll have to check Cindy to see if his ears were out like they just were. I tucked them back in. No face rock. The quartz they didn't touch, which is unbelievable to me. But I guess there's probably 50 billion pieces like that. Look at that, you guys. You see how long it takes to zoom there? It gives you an idea of how long it takes. You don't realize the contours in between. That's not the top either. It's being blocked. You know, it goes up and then it goes like this and it goes back up and it's all blocked. Man, was that brutal. I'll take that. My sticker's gone. The face rock, of course, they love the face rock. But the quartz is there, and so is that dude. I have a feeling they can't take him.
Remember, I think I'm one of the only people in the world to film a real live vortex as it happened. Well, I took a picture because my camera was full. But the answers are written all over the world on these rocks. You'll see the vortex. I filmed one of those. Me. Think about it. I think that's our answer. It shows you how they come to and fro. I mean, when I filmed that, there was people that said there's a line of beings waiting to go into it. Things like that. Remember, just stop thinking logically. This is how you're being tricked. You lose, not us. We're on top of everything. This is all a fact. We don't make it up. I show every single detail of what I talk about. So if you're new, you've been beaten. Don't let them beat you. This was just a clip from the video. So I randomly just put in a few minutes of Bigfoot Universe. I can't explain why, so it kind of doesn't fit into the video, but I start with that. And then I just do, it's some leftover video I've had. I think I made a pretty good video there. So it's just kind of random, but shouldn't be too boring for you. And some really pretty stuff as well. Like, oh my God. Like, he told me this. I was working with him while this happened. I was like, Dan, I think the same thing happened to me, except when I saw it, like, I'm just putting a video together for people. I remembered, I thought, like, a couple structures and no memory of that whatsoever. Now I have the memory. So it came back to me. But it was blocked. So if they take your memory, it's still there. I'm telling you, I know this. So if you've been like in a ship, so you guys, guess what's real? I figured all this stuff out on my own without looking at anything. So like, you know how like people go to like get hypnotized and they can tell you every detail? That's why. Because so these blocks, so we might be able to do it by accident with pain and stuff like that, like trauma. It might trigger some of these accidental, like, you know, wires that are disconnected in our brains. But when they do it, not when you're walking around today, but like in certain crazy situations I've been in, I don't know if another person could duplicate that situation like easily. That was unreal. That's it. This is Wolfman Jack coming at you. Wolfman Mark. I'd like you to enjoy this next beat. I wish I just did music. I wish I never spoke, but I could just do everything I do to music only, because I love music.
bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
They really, you guys, look how clean, how active that is. It's crazy active. Especially this one right here. That has really been dug out since last time.
Just when you thought it was going to end, one more song.
You'll see the difference now. If we change it, you'll know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.
Really, you guys want more? Okay, one more song.